Hello students, in the last class we have studied about the UPAC naming of coordination compounds. In the today's class we are going to study about isomerism in coordination complexes. What are isomers and what is isomerism? Isomers are the compounds with the same molecular formula or the same chemical composition, but the physical and chemical properties are different. They are called as isomers. And the phenomenon of existence of isomer is called as isomerism. This is the definition of isomers and isomerism. Coordination compounds give rise to wide variety of isomers. Coordination compounds form isomers due to the type of the linkage, of ligand to the central metal ion and their arrangement around the central metal ion. This leads to number of isomers. Okay, why the coordination compound gives isomers? Not all the coordination compound gives isomer, but some of the compounds forms isomers because of the type of the linkage between a central metal ion and a ligand and different structural arrangement of the constituent atoms. In the isomerism of coordination compound, same, there are two types, structural isomerism and stereoisomerism. Main type. What is structural isomerism? The compounds having same molecular formula, but the structures of the compounds are different. Then they are called as structural isomerism. Then what is stereoisomerism? Stereoisomerism, the definition is the compounds which are having same molecular formula, but spatial arrangement of atoms in around the central metal ion is different. Stereoisomerism means the compounds having same molecular formula, but the spatial arrangement of the constituent atoms are different. Then they are called as stereoisomers and the phenomenon is called as stereoisomerism. In the structural isomerism, there are many types. First one is ionization isomerism. Second one, hydrate isomerism. Third one, coordination isomerism. Next one, linkage isomerism. And the fifth one is coordinate position isomerism. In the stereoisomerism, there are two types. First one is geometrical isomerism and second one is optical isomerism. In this chapter, we are going to study about all these type of isomerism with example. Okay, we'll start with the structural isomerism. Structural isomerism means the compounds having the same molecular formula or same chemical composition, but the structure of the compounds are different. They may vary in the ions, or they may vary in the position of the ligand, or they may vary in the type of the linkage. Those type of isomers are called as structural isomers. Okay, let us study one by one. Okay, structural isomers. Isomers that have different atoms, atom to atom bonding is called structural isomers. Isomers that have different atom to atom bonding are called as structural isomers. Molecular formula will be same, but atom to atom bonding or the arrangement of ion structure is different. Then they are called as structural isomers. First one is ionization isomers. First type of structural isomerism is ionization isomers. Okay, the name itself indicates isomers which have a same molecular formula, but they have a different ions. Okay, molecular formula same, but they have a different constant ions. Then they are called as ionization isomerism. Okay, in these isomers, there is the exchange of ligands. Okay, type of the ligands will be same, but the arrangement of the ligands between coordination sphere and ionization sphere is different. Then they are called as ionization isomers. Okay, when these ionization isomers dissolved in a solution or a water, they give different kinds of ions. Okay, there is the exchange of ligands between coordination sphere and ionization sphere. Coordination sphere means the part which is present within the square bracket is called as coordination sphere, and the ionization sphere is the ion which is present outside the square bracket, which is also called as counter ion. Okay, these isomers have a different ions when dissolved in water. For example, when we take the example of cobalt, Okay, when we take the example of CONH3 5BrSO4, okay, the molecular formula is same, but they have a different ions when they are dissolved in a water. For example, in the first one, when we see the complex CONH3BrSO4, the name of the complex is pentamine bromo cobalt 3 sulfate. What is the name of the compound? Pentamine bromo cobalt sulfate. In the coordination sphere, there are two ligands, NH3 and Br, and in the ionization sphere, there is a sulfate ligand. Okay, in the ionization sphere, it has sulfate. In the coordination sphere, it has ammonia and bromine. Okay, when this is dissolved in a water, it gives CONH3Br2 plus and SO4 2 minus. Okay, how to identify which type of ion is liberated in the solution? To see that this complex is reacted with the two reagents, that is barium chloride and silver nitrate. To check whether the ion liberated is sulfate or a bromide, what we have to do? We have to treat the compound with BaCl2 and AgNO3. When we treat this compound with BaCl2, it forms barium sulfate precipitate. White color, barium sulfate precipitate. It means sulfate is outside the square bracket. Sulfate is present outside the square bracket. Okay, there is no reaction with AgNO3. This complex does not react with AgNO3. It indicates that the bromide ion is inside the bracket, or bromide ion is in the coordination sphere. Okay, like this we have to test the solution. Okay, when we see the second isomer, okay, when we see the second isomer, there is CONH3 5SO4Br. In this complex, sulfate is in the coordination sphere and bromide is in the ionization sphere. Okay, it also gives two ions, but the ligands which undergo ionization is different. When this complex is reacted with AgNO3, and barium chloride, here we are going to get AgBr precipitate. What we are going to get? We are going to get pale yellow colored silver bromide precipitate, and it does not react with barium chloride. It indicates that sulfate is in the coordination sphere and bromide is in the ionization sphere. Okay, the molecular formula same, but when they are dissolved in water, they give different kinds of ions. These type of isomers are called as ionization isomers. Okay, some other example for ionization isomer. Okay, in the first example, sulfate, in the ionization sphere there is a sulfate. Here in the ionization sphere, Cl. It means this reacts with the barium chloride and the second one reacts with the AgNO3. Okay, they give different kinds of ions in a solution. In the second example, again here a sulfate undergoes ionization. It reacts with barium chloride. Here in the another isomer, there is a liberation of NO3. Okay, we have to detect the test for NO3 by Brown ring test. In the third example, when it undergoes dissociation, it gives two bromide ions. Chloride ions are inside the coordination sphere, but in this complex, bromides are in a coordination sphere and Cl2 is in a ionization sphere. Okay, similarly in the next example, there are three isomers are possible because it has a four kinds of ligands. It gives, first one gives SCN ion, next one gives NO2 and the third one gives Cl minus. Okay, this is about the ionization isomer. Okay, next type of isomerism is hydrate isomerism. Okay, next second one structural isomerism is hydrate isomerism. Okay, here also the molecular formula is same, but when the water molecules are exchanged between coordination sphere and ionization sphere, or they differ in the number of water molecule. They differ in the number of water molecule present as a ligand or as a water of hydration. These type of isomers are called as hydrate isomers. Okay, they differ in the arrangement of water molecule. Some of the water molecules are present inside the coordination sphere, and some of the water molecules are present as a water of hydration. It means they are present outside the coordination sphere. When they differ in the arrangement of water molecule, then the isomers are called as hydrate isomerism. For example, CrCl3 6H2O. When we take this complex, there are three types of hydrate isomers are possible. In the first one, CrH2O6Cl3. This complex is violet in color. Okay. When it reacts with AgNO3, we are going to get a precipitate for 3 chloride ions. When this compound is reacted with silver nitrate, we get a precipitate for 3 chloride ions. It indicates that 3 chloride ions are outside the bracket. It means 6 water molecules are inside the bracket. And it does not lose water with the concentrated HNO3, H2SO4. When water molecule is present outside the bracket, or when it is presented as a water of hydration, then this molecule loses the water. Okay, what is the role of concentrated H2SO4 here? Concentrated H2SO4 is a dehydrating agent. When this concentrated H2SO4 reacts with the compound, it removes the water molecule from the given molecule. Okay, when the first complex is reacted with H2SO4, there is no loss of water molecule. It indicates that all the water molecules are present inside the coordination sphere. Next one, second example or second type of isomer possible is CrH2O5Cl Cl2.H2O. Okay, this complex is pale green in color. The molecular formula is same, but physical and chemical properties are different, and they show different colors. In this molecule, when it is reacted with the AgNO3, we get a precipitate for 2 chloride ions. We are going to get a precipitate for 2 chloride ions, and when it reacts with the concentrated H2SO4, it loses one water molecule. It indicates that one water molecule is outside the bracket, or it is present as a water of hydration. Okay. In the third example, CrH2O4Cl2 outside the bracket 1 chlorine atom dot 2H2O. Okay, see this example. CrH2O4Cl2 Cl dot 2H2O. When it is reacted with a silver nitrate, we are going to get a precipitate for 1 chloride ion, and it loses 2 water molecule when it is treated with the concentrated H2SO4. It indicates that 1 chloride ion is outside the bracket and 2 water molecules present as a water of hydration, and 4 water molecules are inside the square bracket and they act as a ligand. Okay, when we observe these molecules, what we can find here? Molecular formula is same. Okay, there is an exchange of water molecule between coordination sphere and ionization sphere. Some of the water molecule is attached to a central metal ion as a ligand, and some of the water molecules are present as a water of hydration. They can be identified by treating the compound with concentrated H2SO4. And some other examples are, okay, you can observe here. Other examples, COCl H2O NH3,4Cl2. Okay, here one water molecule is inside the coordination sphere. There is no water molecule outside the coordination sphere. It means this complex does not react with the concentrated H2SO4, and it has 2 chloride ion. Therefore, it can form a precipitate with silver nitrate. In another isomer, there is a one water molecule which is in the ionization sphere. So, it loses one water molecule when treated with the concentrated H2SO4. Similarly, in the second example, here also one more water molecule is present as a ligand. In another isomer, the water molecule is present as a water of hydration. Okay, here also 2 water molecules are present as a ligand, and here one is as a water of hydration and one as a ligand. These type of isomers are called as hydrate isomers, and the process of the phenomenon is called as hydrate isomerism. Okay, next type of isomerism is linkage isomerism. Next one is linkage isomerism. Okay, linkage isomerism, the compounds will be having same molecular formula. This arises when an metal atom is bonded with the ambidentate ligand. Okay, this type of isomerism arises when a central metal ion is bonded with the ambidentate ligand. Okay, the molecular formula will be same. Okay, the mode of attachment of the or a mode of a donor atom is different. Okay, the metal cation is bonded through either of the two different donor atom. Okay, ambidentate ligand will be having two donor atoms. Out of those two, one in the one complex, if it is bonded to one metal, in the next example, the central metal ion will be bonded to another donor atom. Such kind of isomers are called as linkage isomers. Linkage isomers arises when an ambidentate ligand coordinated to a central metal ion through either of the two different donor atom. When it is having two donor atom, it is bonded through either of the two different donor atom. ಎರಡು donor atom ಇತ್ತಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಐಸೋಮರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೋನರ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಐಸೋಮರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಡೋನರ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೋನರ್ ಆಟಮಿಂದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ SCN example ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ಕೊಡಿ. If the ligand ambidentate ligand is present in a complex SCN, in one isomer the complex is bonded through a sulfur, in another complex it is bonded through a nitrogen. You can see the example here. See the isomers. In this complex, cobalt is bonded to SCN through a sulfur. Here cobalt is bonded to thiocyanide through a nitrogen. Here we are going to write the name as thiocyanate, and here we are going to name as a isothiocyanate. Such type of isomers are called as linkage isomer. Remember that linkage isomerism is possible only when the coordination compound is having ambidentate ligand. For example, another example, NO2 ligand, it is also having two donor atom, nitrogen and oxygen. You can see the example here, CONH3,5NO2. Here the cobalt is bonded to NO2 through a nitrogen atom. In another complex, cobalt is bonded to NO2 through a oxygen atom. Such type of isomers are called as linkage isomers. Okay, this is about the linkage isomerism. What is linkage isomerism? Linkage isomerism is possible when the coordination compound is having ambidentate ligand. Okay, central metal ion is bonded through either of the two different donor atom. Then they are called as linkage isomers. Next one, okay, you can see some of the example for linkage isomerism. In the second example, COEN, EN means ethylene diamine. NO2 is bonded to a cobalt through nitrogen. Here it is bonded through a oxygen. In this complex also, SCN ion is ambidentate ligand. SCN is bonded to palladium through a sulfur. Here it is bonded through a nitrogen. Okay, this type of isomerism called as linkage isomerism. Next one is coordination isomerism. In this complex, this type of isomerism is possible when the coordination compound having two complex ions. The cation, anion, both are complex ions. Normally in the coordination compounds, what we are going to see, one will be simple ion and one will be complex ion. Okay, coordination compounds may also have both ions as a complex ions. It means cation is also complex ion, anion is also complex ion. When these type of ions are present in a compound, then there is an exchange of ligands between two complex ions. Okay, ligands are exchanged between two complex ions, resulting in the formation of coordination isomers. Coordination isomers ಯಾವಾಗ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ, ಬೋತ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಯನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆನಯನ್, ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾಟಯನ್ ಆನಯನ್ ಎರಡು ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ದಿರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. There is exchange of ligands between complex ions resulting in the formation of coordination isomers. Okay, you can see the example here. In the first one, it has two complex ions. It has two ions. Both cation and anion are complex part. CONH3, this is a cation. It having 3 plus COCN6. The charge on this is 3 plus and the charge on this ion is 3 minus. Both cation and anion are complex ions. Okay. What you can see here? Here cobalt is bonded to ammonia and chromium is bonded to cyanide. But in the another isomer, chromium is bonded to ammonia and cobalt is bonded to cyanide. There is exchange of ligand between cation and anionic complex ions. Such type of isomers are called as coordination isomer. In the next example, okay, copper is a central metal ion. It is bonded to ammonia and platinum is bonded to chloride. In another isomer, platinum is bonded to ammonia and copper is bonded to chloride. Such type of isomers are called as coordination isomers. What is coordination isomers or what is the coordination isomerism? This type of isomerism are possible when the both cation and anions are complex ions. In that case, there is exchange of ligands between cationic complex and anionic complex. Such type of isomers are called as coordination isomer. This type of isomerism also seen in molecules when the metal ions are same. When the metal ions are same in cationic and anionic complex. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ the number of ligands are exchanged. Okay, if in this one complex there is a 4 ammonia and 2 cyanide, in the next one there is 2 cyanide and 4 ammonia. Central metal ion will be fixed, but the arrangement of the ligands will be different. Such isomers also, such type of examples are there. Okay, you can see the first example. Here chromium is bonded to ammonia. Okay, in the both the ions, the central metal ion is chromium. Chromium is bonded to ammonia. Here chromium is bonded to cyanide. In the second isomer, in the second type of isomer, here chromium is bonded to 2 cyanide and 4 ammonia. Here chromium is bonded to 4 cyanide and 2 ammonia. Okay, central metal ion is same, but the arrangement of the type of the ligand is different. Okay, these are also example for coordination isomer. The type of the coordinate bond or a linkage of is different, and they are called as coordination isomers. In the next example, platinum is bonded to ammonia, platinum is bonded to chloride. This is one isomer. In the next isomer, platinum is bonded to 1 chlorine and 3 ammonia. Here platinum is bonded to 3 chlorine and 1 ammonia. Such type of isomers are called as coordination isomers. Okay, last one in the structural isomerism, coordination position isomerism. Coordination position isomerism. Okay, this type of isomerism is observed in the coordination compound which are having bridging complex. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತಿದ್ದು complex ions coordination complexes where we are going to see the bridging ligands. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ bridging ligands ನಲ್ಲಿ? Okay, bridging ligand, the complexes which are having bridging ligands also have a normal or a non-bridging ligands. Bridging ligand idru adr jotege ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು NH2O2 is a bridging ligand, but ammonia and chloride is a non-bridging ligand. Okay. Okay, in coordination position isomerism nalli there is a exchange of the ligands, exchange of the non-bridging ligands between two metal cation. Okay, ಎರಡು metal cation ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು cobalt, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು cobalt. They are bonded to non-bridging ligands ammonia and chloride. When these ligands are exchanged, then the type of the isomerism is called as coordination position isomerism. Then it is called as coordination position isomerism. Okay, what is coordination position isomerism? This is observed in a bridging complex where we are going to exchange the non-bridging ligand between two metal cation. Okay, you can see the example here. Here non-bridging ligand is NH3 and Cl2. Here the non-bridging ligand is ammonia. Okay, this is one isomer. In the next isomer, you can see first cobalt ion is bonded to 4 ammonia and 1 chlorine. In the first one, it is bonded to 4 ammonia, but here it is bonded to 3 ammonia and 1 chloride. Okay, here it is bonded to 3 ammonia and 1 chloride. Here it is bonded to 2 ammonia and 2 chloride. Okay, there is an exchange of the non-bridging ligand between two metal cation. Then it is called as coordinate position isomerism. In the second example, NH3,4CO, OH. Okay, non-bridging ligand again ammonia. Here to ammonia and chloride, 2 ammonia and 2 chloride. In the next isomer, you can see the cobalt is bonded to 1 chloride and 3 ammonia. Here it is bonded to 2 ammonia and 1 chloride. Okay. Such examples are for coordination position isomerism. Okay, you should be able to differentiate between ionization isomerism, hydrate isomerism, then linkage isomerism, coordination isomerism, and coordination position isomerism. Okay. In the ionization isomerism, molecular formula will be same, but when they are dissolved in a water, they give different kinds of ions. In the hydrate isomerism, there is an exchange of water molecule between coordination sphere and ionization sphere, or there is a different arrangement of water molecule. They may be present as a ligand or they may be present as a water of hydration. Such isomers are called as hydrate isomers. Linkage isomers are observed when there is an ambidendate ligand in a coordination complex. Okay, isomers will be having different donor atoms. Ligand will be same, but the donor atoms are different. Okay, such are the examples for linkage isomerism. In the coordination isomerism, this type of the isomerism is observed when the both ions are complex ions. Cation and anion are complex ions. There is exchange of the ligands between cation and anion. Coordination position isomerism is observed in the complexes having bridging ligands or bridging complexes. There is exchange of non-bridging ligand. Bridging ligand ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. There is an exchange of non-bridging ligand between the two metal cation. They give rise to coordination position isomerism. This is about the structural isomerism and the types of the structural isomerism with example. In the next class, we are going to study about the stereoisomerism. In the stereoisomerism, again there are two types, geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. Okay, geometrical isomerism having the coordination number 4 and 6, and the optical isomerism having the coordination number 4 and 6. Okay, thank you.